And welcome to Two Old Farts in a Cart on a very special day today. It is April 23rd, 2025. Today is my daughter Katie's birthday. And it's hard to believe 38 years ago today, Coach Toney, I was in the delivery room about this time. And I was in there for a long time too. Well, she was not born till around 5 o'clock in the afternoon. But that was one of the greatest things I have ever been a part of, was seeing Katie come into this world and hearing that first.
Yeah, I know.
That's something. And she gets mad when I do that, so I hope she's not watching. But that was just the best music I've ever heard.
That's right. Well, I hope she has a great birthday and gets to spend some time with you and Rosie.
Well, her and our granddaughter Dolly P. Cox, or Dolly Pumpkin Cox, or Dolly Pickle, whichever season. She's got a name for every season. Our little grand puppy are coming, along with Dolly's best friend Bub, that she likes to do CPR on, her little stuffed animal there. But they're going to be with us this weekend.
That's great.
I'm going to grill on Friday, and then we're going to the reopening of Carolina. I was going to say Carowinds, on Saturday there. Yeah. So a big end.
Good activities lined up.
All right, when we come back, we started something new last week with Coach Toney asking the questions. Coach Toney, start getting your questions ready, because I'm coming back to you after we hit our tee shots. As soon as these slow camel jockeys in front of us get out of the way, then we'll see.
They get out of the way.
If they get out of the way. Well, nothing like landing a golf ball on top of their cart to put a little spunk and a little gas in their tank there.
That's right.
All righty. Well, we're going to tee it up and see what we can do. We'll be back in just a minute.
All righty. Sounds great.
Go ahead. We'll drive and talk. Okay. Welcome back to Two Old Farts in a Cart. Coach Toney, I'm down the right-hand side down here. Give me a question while we're riding.
All right. The question, what's one of the greatest sporting events that you've ever been to?
The greatest. Back to Two Old Farts in a Cart. You see what it's like to ride with Coach Toney. Hopefully he doesn't throw me out in the lake over here.
I'll keep my eyes on the road, Coach.
Coach Toney thinks he's David Pearson behind here. He always says, watch out for that bump, and he goes right and hits it. Just to say it. I said, we watched out for it firsthand here.
Got to buckle up for safety.
All right, Coach Toney, fire your question away to me.
Okay, well, the question I had, Coach, what is one of the greatest sporting events that you've ever been to?
Okay, that's
you enjoyed the most.
That's easy for me.
Anything.
Well, I've got two, but one as far as covering.
Okay.
Was the year that Duke had me on their media list, and I got to cover the Final Four in Indianapolis, and I got to go on the floor with Duke to watch them cut the nets down, and spent the weekend up there. Great basketball. Saw a Kentucky team that was being touted as being one of the best ever get upset by Wisconsin in the semifinals. They were 37-0 going into that game.
Yeah.
And the next one that I would say, which would be good, a different type of thing, you were there, was our trip to Lambeau Field to see the Packers and the Carolina Panthers, and we got snowed in, though.
That's right. And that was a great game, too, wasn't it?
It was.
Packers ended up winning by about a point or two.
They did, because Green Bay had it down there, and they got stopped on the 1 foot line on fourth down. McCaffrey got stopped in the snowstorm. What would be yours, Coach Toney? Firing it back at you, Ricochet Rabbit.
I tell you what, in regards to that, I'd say probably that game, Lambeau Field.
So
I heard and read so much about it, but to actually be in there and go through that Packer frenzy the way those fans are, you can't just talk about it. You got to be there to
experience
see what's taking place.
The history of the Green Bay Packers going in the stadium, the Vince Lombardi statue out there, the Lambeau Leap statue, and I did the Lambeau climb up the wall while we were there when you locked me out on the field in the snow. All righty. Well, we'll come back. We got time probably for two more questions, because we got two more holes. So we'll see what we can do. So we'll be back in just a minute. Coach Toney, just going back to your last question before we get to your next question.
Okay.
The most unique interview I ever did was I once interviewed Santa Claus.
Okay.
He was a really good interview, but it was back when Diane McAndrews was in charge of Westgate Mall before it went downhill. She did a great job. But she used to take care of us down there with our show at Westgate Mall.
Right.
And she brought me Santa Claus at Christmas time. And we sat down, the three of us, and I had a nice chat and interviewed Santa Claus. So that would be my most unique interview.
Hey, that would be very, very unique. You're right.
All right, next question.
Okay, next question is, what is your favorite vacation spot?
My favorite vacation spot. I've got a couple. It would be probably going to the coast somewhere, Charleston, Myrtle Beach, something along those lines. Or if I go to the mountains, I enjoy going to the Inn at Christmas Place.
That's right. Oh yeah, you can't.
That was a great one up there. Going up there and with all the Christmas decorations, the room with the decorations in there, with the fireplace on during the summertime, the Christmas tree in there. And I don't think we ever took the TV off of the piped-in Christmas music the whole time we were there on TV.
That burning log. Yeah, you're right.
Burning log. Yeah. And then we had the jacuzzi in the room, which was nice there too. And then right across the street was the company that owns the hotel also owns all the Christmas shops over there. So that would be something big too. So, Coach Toney, I know that probably would be one of yours. And I know what, Kiowa, which one would be your favorite?
The down on the beach.
No, either which one would be your favorite vacation spot?
Well, summertime's the beach, wintertime's mountains. Like I said, the Christmas Inn or down Hilton Head in the summertime.
Okay.
Now's a great time to be down there on the island too.
Yes, it would. Matter of fact, Katie told me Saturday that she got finished with that, and it was Sunday. Sunday, after she went to 2 Easter services, that she just cruised on down and spent a couple hours down at Folly Beach.
Yeah, that's
which
good.
I would love to be able to do that. Go to Folly Beach anytime I wanted to.
Lay back and desensitize.
Okay. All right, next question.
Okay, next question is this. And this is kind of relating to sports events. What's been well, we kind of talked about football. Well, you talk about basketball. How about baseball? What's your famous event that you've gone to in baseball?
And me and you went to that was the Atlanta Braves in the World Series. And we sat up there with our hats on like the fin up there. And we saw the Braves beat the... who was it? Minnesota Twins,
yeah,
I believe it was. The Minnesota Twins.
Yeah, Twins.
That they beat them in late innings of that game. I think Lonnie Smith may have had a big home run in the bottom of the 8th, though. But we were sitting right out there. We were in left field out there, but we were just a Tommy Hawk chopping up a storm.
That's right. Yeah.
So that would be probably baseball. College baseball would be the playoffs that we went to, the regionals with Coastal Carolina and South Carolina, and all the, the super regionals and things, and even had credentials to go to the College World Series, but never were able to make it out there to Omaha. All right, we'll give you one more question today.
Okay, one more question. You might hit on this one. Out of all the events, name one which you have not been to, but you would like to attend sometime during your livelihood.
Wow. Okay. Let me think for a minute.
I'll tell you mine, where you're thinking about. I'd love to go to Omaha for the College World Series. I'd love to spend a week out there if I ever had a team out there.
Yep, that would be one. That would be good too. Or, I have been to the college football playoffs before, but I have not been to the college football championship game. I've been to bowl games.
Yeah.
We have been to the NFC championship game when saw the Panthers win that for the right to go to the Super Bowl. I'll be honest, the good Lord has really blessed me. There are very few things that I have not had a chance to cover that I would want to cover at this point.
Okay.
So that's going to wrap
That's a
up
good response.
a fun day today. Here we're at Cotton Creek, wrapping up 2 Old Farts in a Cart. This is our 5th edition. Subscribe to our channel. Tune in and see us again today. Happy birthday again to my beautiful daughter, Katie, celebrating her birthday. Next week, we're going to try again. We're going to see if we can't maybe go on a road trip to River Falls, that beautiful course out there.
We're trying to make River Falls. Yeah.
So he's Coach Tony. I'm Coach Cox. Wishing you a beautiful day. It started out a rainy day today.
Yeah, but it's beautiful
Rain in the
now.
forecast, and it's a beautiful day, but it's always a beautiful day on the golf course.
That's right.
Goodbye, everybody.
Everybody have a good one.